You said you have 15 businesses.
Yes.
What's the other ones?
So I have real estate development. I have 2 real estate development, 2 real estate companies. I have the equipment, pharmacies, scrubs. I have 3 different aviation business. I own oil wells. I own a bunch of oil wells actually, and I don't own. Well, I guess I do own this, but I don't consider it one of my business. I'm a part owner in 3 different NBA teams. It's just an investment thing.
3.
Yeah.
Which team? Can you say the teams?
I can.
Oh, which teams?
Well, I mean, I can't walk in and be like, I'm
No,
owner of
you
your
invested
team.
in it,
Right.
so-
Atlanta and hang on, Atlanta. P10, where's she? My assistants, I can't remember what the other 2 are.
Orlando Magic?
No, honey, I don't own the Magic. I want to buy them though, but I don't own them. Phoenix, oh yes, Phoenix and Charlotte.
So you say you're part owning 3 teams. How?
Minority owners.
Through who? Through
So there is a way that they have to invite you in to be an investor, and you are a minority owner. So I was invited in a few years ago to be an investor.
So you can be an investor in multiple teams at one time?
Yeah. Minority, that is.
Minority?
I'm sure you could probably own multiple teams at one time too.
So what's the oil? You said an oil well?
Oil wells.
What's the oil well thing about?
So oil wells, when you invest in different oil wells or buy oil wells, it's a major tax benefit. So if let's say that I spend $2 million in one oil well, I get 75% tax deduction from there. So that's how I started owning oil wells. I also owned a building in Dallas, Fort Worth, that has oil under the building. And I'm in the process of closing another one that also is.
Where are these oil wells located?
The ones that I invest in, the one I specifically own directly. The other investment, the other 50, because there's 50 others, they're all over the country. They're in various places. I've never
the one
been
that you own directly
in Fort Worth.
in Texas.
Fort Worth,
You
Texas.
said oil's under the building? Mm-hmm. And so you own the building, and then there's oil under it. So you can write off the building because it's, how's that work?
So I rent this out to like Shell, and then they will drill oil, and then they pay you for drilling it.
Okay, got that. The pharmacy business, the medical equipment business, is that domestic, or does that expand outside of just the United States?
So the equipment is U.S. and international. So I have started discussing outfit in various hospitals in different countries.
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, U.S. Virgin Islands is one of the places. It's U.S. based.
Mm-hmm.
Jamaica. I've had conversations in Bahamas. I haven't done any business there yet. No.
Yeah, because global expansion is that's on the horizon.
We'll see how tired I get.
So you're not running all of these companies?
I am.
You're running all these companies?
Mm-hmm.
So how you manage to run all of those companies?
I have people like this beautiful young woman sitting over there. I have an amazing staff. Like when I say amazing, amazing. My executive team, I started doing sabbaticals about 8 years ago. My first one was for a month. And I said, let me see how much they need me and they can do on their own. I came back. They were good at 85%. So I said, all right, I see what they need to be developed in. And then the next year I did another one for 2 months. And I'm like, all right, 93, 95%, okay. And so now they're pretty much 98% in certain things I have to do. So without me being there impactful, I don't have to be there every day. And because they know exactly what to do. When they need me, they call me. If I'm unplugged, they know there's a couple of people that can call me, and only a couple of people, and that's it. And only if the place is burning down, you call me.
That's it.
That's it.
So Bailey's Pharmacies is Florida. I'm just going to go out of states. Florida, Georgia, Tennessee, Texas. What are there other states?
We're currently looking to Chicago.
So Illinois.
And New York. We're going to open in New York soon.
I was wondering why not New York? What type of analytics are you looking for when choosing the states? Is it population? Is it disabled population? Or what are you looking at to say, all right, we need to go here? Or maybe it might be a financial thing. There's a tax incentive for being in Florida, all right? There's no state tax in Texas. What types of things are you looking at?
So the main thing we look at is the number of Medicare lives.
Okay.
Which is the volume. How many people, which basically is telling me how many people have used medical equipment and billed Medicare in the last 2, 3, 5 years. And based on those numbers, and then I also look at Medicare, straight Medicare, or MAP plans, which is Medicare replacement plans. If it's a Medicare replacement plans, it means that they are Blue Cross Blue Shield, United, Humana, different insurance plans. If it's straight Medicare, because the reason why I separate those two is because you have to be in network with the other MAP plans in order to build them. Medicare, pretty much, if you open a medical business and you'll go through your license, your accreditations, you can build Medicare. So that's a major part of, especially when I just enter a new state. Because if I go there, let's say they have 90% MAP plans, I only have 10% patients because I can't really bill the other private insurances because I'm not in network with them. So I look at the volume in which Medicare lives for the patients, and that's how I decide which area I want to be in.
So what's your plans for the future? Is it more businesses or just kind of focusing on what you have and just expanding that?
I think focusing on what I have now, I think my goal, my future goal is to be able to touch young women across the globe, to be able to help them, mentor them. Matter of fact, I was talking to a good friend last night, and I were talking about me figuring out how to start a mentoring program given my crazy schedule so that the women are impacted, and not just women, men as well. They can learn the process, they learn the discipline and the structure so that they can take themselves from one stage of development to the next. So that's my calling, and that's my gift, and that's where that's the direction in which I'm going.
Yeah.
Talk about your philanthropy that you do.
Yeah, I
Yes.
mean, you alluded to that, but and I think it's important that you talk about the philanthropy, but because what you're doing, we don't see done, and we've had this conversation about when people leave a place or they leave a school, one of the best things you can do is give back, right? Whether it's from a booster or a donation to the school, and that's how we see endowments go up, right?
Yeah.
So I know that you've donated a lot. I think the largest sum in the history of the school of UConn. Tell us why and what the purpose of the goal was.
So I donated the largest amount in athletic history across all universities.
All universities, okay.
I did it to UConn because UConn gave me my first chance. They took a chance on me, a young girl from Hartford that didn't really have much and didn't really know where I was going to go. But they took a chance on me, and that's the reason why I went back. But in conjunction to going back, I wanted the impact to be when they see a young black girl or a black boy, they give them the same level of grace that they do a white boy or white girl. And for that being is maybe they'll be Trisha Bailey. And believe it or not, even though I've shared this with UConn, that these are the reasons why, I've talked to all the athletic directors across all the universities across the country. And I've shared that this is why I've done my donation. And this month, I can proudly say that my University of Connecticut, I did not have a conversation with me about this. I'm just noticing their social media. They have chosen August to be Black Woman, highlight Black Women in Philanthropy Month. And that makes me feel good because I believe the work that I'm doing and the work that I would like to continue to do, they have started and they're listening. And it's starting to make an impact, and I'm excited and happy for this future.
That's incredible. They named a wing. What did they build something? They named something after you up there?
Yes, so the building is named Bailey Athletic Success Center. Bailey Student Athletic Success Center.
And what building is that?
That's the athletic building. So it includes 7 or 8 sports. It stretches about 2-3 blocks, and it's beautiful. I'm looking forward to the breaking ground. I think they're breaking ground in the next few months.